Hey everybody, I'm Yelas, just here today to give you a couple flipping tips and a couple of things that worked really well for me this year on the FLW tour. And a lot of you guys know that follow my career, I love to fish a jig. I had some good fishing with a jig this year, and I think my best finish was like 5th at Grand Lake. And I caught most of my fish on a Punisher jig with a Yamamoto flapping hog on the back. And I've really found the flapping hog to be a great jig trailer this year. It's not a bait I've fished a whole lot in the past, but I picked it up this year, and I've just really had good luck with it. Both fishing it as a jig trailer and then fishing it just Texas rigged. And I'll fish it on a jig trailer, you know, if I'm on a good flipping bite. If it's, you know, I'd rather catch them on a jig. Anytime you can, if you're flipping and you're wondering what to flip, well, my go-to bait's a jig. And if I can get them on a jig, I'm going to be fishing a jig just because it catches bigger fish. But there's times, as we all know, where bass won't bite a jig, and that's when I'll go to just a flapping hog on a Texas rig like this little Rocky Brook tungsten weight, and I'll use like a 5/0 offset shank, extra wide gap hook on that flapping hog. And so a couple other selection ideas. Like if it's a good flipping bite and it's early in the morning, a lot of times they'll go for the jig then. If you've got a good wind blowing that day, a jig is a better choice. A heavy overcast, sometimes a jig can be a better choice. The times when the flapping hog or a plastic is a better choice would be when it's calm, when it's sunny, up in the middle of the day, around the spawn. Those are kind of trends and ideas. If those things are happening, I'll go with more of a finessey look. To me, this is more of a bulkier bait for aggressive fish, and just the flapping hog by itself is a little bit more of a finessey presentation when the conditions call for that. Color-wise, it's real simple. This is one of my favorites. When the sun is out, I'm a brown and green pumpkin guy. I mean, you just can't beat that. So I like a Punisher jig with a brown and green pumpkin skirt, or just a brown skirt, or just a green pumpkin skirt with I love this, the Yamamoto green pumpkin with red flake flapping hog. And then same thing here, green pumpkin with red flake. And then my other color is black and blue. And when I'm flipping, usually one of those two baits I can get bit on. I'll go to the black and blue one when it's cloudy, rainy days, or early, or if I'm fishing in heavy shade, I'm gonna go to the black and blue. If the sun's on the water, I'm going with the green pumpkin and brown. Pretty simple, but after 25 years of fishing professionally on the bass circuits, that's kind of what I've got it narrowed down to. It's not real complicated as far as lure selection color. And then as far as the gear goes, you know, I'm flipping these Kistler Z-Bone flipping sticks, the Lose, both the Tournament Pro and the Tournament Pro. I use the Tournament Pro in for my lefty, and when I fish righty, I use the Team Lose Pro bait caster. So, and I'm using like 20-25 pound fluorocarbon most of the time, and that's it. These are the sweetest flipping combinations I've ever had. The baits and the rods and the reels are so light. These Lose reels are like 5.8 ounces. The Kistler rods are seemingly less than that. So the whole thing is just really minimizes fatigue when you've got the big rod in your hand all day. But those are some of my tips on flipping. Go give it a shot.